Welcome. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Michael Murad. I'm a South by Southwest volunteer veteran. I've attended several South by's events and have volunteered this past year at South by. I'm sure a majority of you know and have heard of South by Southwest, but for those of you that don't, it's a large music, interactive, and film festival that takes place in Austin every year. It's a week long, and it offers some of the emerging technologies and new music that's upcoming in the world. Today I'm going to tell you a little bit about volunteering for South by, what it's about, what it entails, and the benefits of volunteering. So just a rhetorical question, but why do people volunteer? What's the main reason you think they do it? Some people may do it because it's rewarding, or they do it for the experience, but a majority of people want to volunteer just to have fun. Well, if you volunteer for South by, you can do all of that while volunteering for South by. Like I said before, South by is a huge festival. It attracts more than 100,000 people every year. And this past year, we had 4,500 plus volunteers. So that alone shows you that it's a huge festival. And coordinating and organizing a festival without volunteers is going to be almost impossible. Honestly, the volunteers make or break the festival. We're essentially the faces of South by. All of the registrants and artists check in with the volunteers before they even have to go out and do anything. So we set the tone for the festival, and we show them exactly what Austin is about. Without volunteers, South by wouldn't even happen. We coordinate everything from stage setup to crowd control and to check-in. I like to think of the volunteers as the bass line to a song. If you take out the bass line of the song, all it is a whole bunch of lyrics and no rhythm, just jumbled up together. But if you add that bass line in there, you have a composed work of art, which is then, in the long run, South by. The festival is held every year in March, which is spring break for a majority of people. And when you think of spring break, you normally want to, go to the beach with your friends or just hang out and do whatever. Not a lot of people want to go spend a week and volunteer. So I bet a lot of you are thinking, there's no way I'm going to go volunteer for a week, give away my time, watch other people have fun, and not do anything with spring break. Well, I'm going to stop you right there, because when you volunteer for South by, it's not like volunteering for any other organization. It's completely different. Where else can you volunteer at the same time meet Stevie Nicks or Malcolm Moore, or sit in on Dave Grohl's panel discussion, who was an awesome speaker, by the way. He's a really good guy. The volunteering itself is almost as fun as the actual festival is. It's spring break for everyone, so the vibes are great, the atmosphere is eccentric, and it's a good time. If you look at your handouts, at the very top, it has just a little basic information about volunteering. You have two different types of volunteering crews you can be a part of, conference or production. For the conference, you get to choose 3 different types of crews you work for, which are listed on the bottom. And then production is you stick with one crew for the rest of the week, which is more of a long-term work. And no matter who you are or what you're interested in, there's a field for you. For the different crews, there's stage setup, panel discussions, and for the production crew, it's more of like if you're really good at photography, you can be a photographer for the whole week. So you just go listen to music events, take pictures of the music that you love, and you get a reward for that. In the middle of the page, you see the perks. So then if you volunteer, depending on the amount of hours you volunteer, you get a perk. Starting with a minimum of 30 hours, 30 to 50, which is you get a volunteer t-shirt, which is a lot of hours just for a t-shirt. So if you volunteer, I would recommend at least getting a badge or wristband, which is in the upper of $50 to $80, or 50 to 80 hours range. You can get a film or interactive badge, music wristband, gold badge, music badge. So to wrap up, volunteering for South by isn't like volunteering for any other organization. It's different in its own way. It's a full week of hanging out with your friends, socializing with people from all around the world, because it encompasses, I think it was 13 or 23 different countries that had people at South by. So it's a win-win, because you get to have fun volunteering and you get a perk to enjoy the rest of the festival. Each year the festival gets bigger and bigger, and they try to make it better and better every year. And they do that by having all the volunteers fill out a survey on what they liked and didn't like about the festival. So then with that, they just make it better every year. And then if this year was, I had the time of my life volunteering this year, so I can't wait to see what they have in store for next year. Volunteering for the biggest music, film, and festival of the world is as easy as going online and registering and signing up for it. I want you to all consider this opportunity, because I promise you won't be disappointed with volunteering for South by. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, okay. So